Hello, great welcome. And we are getting started with our first match of top 16, SeaBass and CementEater99.
That's a pretty interesting tag. Do he be eating the cement in the neutral? We'll see. This match is going to be kind of interesting. I was not expecting the Puff to be approaching so much to begin with, but I like it. Down air has so much reward nowadays, but it's a little scary to approach in Puff Ganon when he just one hits. Trade off to
but Pound is such a devious starter, and you finish it off with the back air. Very nice edge guard. Puff can commit so deep off stage and just linger exactly where Ganondorf never wants you to be, which is anywhere in that drop zone.
Yeah, exactly. And Ganon's kind of forced into air dodging in certain spots just to recover, and Puff can hard punish him for that. And we see Cement taking advantage of a lot of the positives of Jigglypuff in this matchup, just kind of floating around Ganon in a range that's hard to directly anti-air without overcommitting.
See SeaBass trying to get a ledge trap going, but just a simple roll on, and yeah, there's that drop zone there. Lingers for so long, able to cover all of that space in one hit. But I know Puff is the balloon Pokemon, but you can really treat Ganondorf like a balloon in matchups like these, where it's just one touch off stage and he's gone.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The Ganon players have to be incredibly careful about how they're recovering and where they're picking their battles, and even sometimes use buttons to get back. But Ganon can definitely make this comeback quite easily, and we see SeaBass making some good moves. Unfortunately, doesn't find the tech chase off the side B, but is continuing to find this damage and just kind of milk it. 52 is a comfortable percent to be in Ganon Puff. This is looking close to even, but CementEater not looking to give up that reward for free, milking another 22% of extra credit here.
If there's anything, that up smash was such a good call out on the deep cross up coming out from CementEater, trying to stay safe by weaving in, back and forth between SeaBass's shield. Not so with that up smash. We're seeing SeaBass start to leave some of his aerials lingering out mid-air a little bit longer, delaying the fast falls.
Yeah.
Which is super good against CementEater, who's always been approaching with some of these short hop bears and short hop pounds.
Yeah, in general, it's really important stuff to do against floatier characters who like to delay their aerial approaches and just kind of take their time with it. When you have a meaty aerial that just kind of takes up that zone, it's good to not fast fall immediately and just consume that space and threaten them consistently. SeaBass taking a lot of advantage of that now, especially with Nair. Fast falling them still just to take advantage of the low landing lag, but still. Oh, is that death? Yeah, that's death for Puff. Yeah. I saw the up air, I was like, that's a trade. That's a trade. Ooh, crazy stuff.
And if that didn't kill, that was stock for SeaBass. That's such a gambit. But hey, a 3 stocks to 1 comeback just like that. I mean, you can never rest well, you can sometimes rest, but you can never be comfortable as Puff when in basically any matchup because of how natively light you're going to be.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna play the SeaBass, rather the Ganon matchup like that, where you're looking to get stocks off stage rather than force Ganon to approach, you got to be ready for those turnarounds.
Yeah, exactly. It's very risky to be approach heavy with a character that's such a glass cannon in a matchup like this. And SeaBass, I mean, this seems like just another day in the park for a Ganon player, but that has to be a bit of mental damage for CementEater. I realize it's another day in the park for Jig's mains as well, getting killed that early or losing that many stocks that early, but regardless, it has to do some amount of damage. That ledge cancel was dirty. Continues to apply the pressure in the corner. I like that SeaBass didn't overcommit too hard, took the stage positioning, but CementEater getting some nice routing here.
I liked the DI on the drill in order to get the cross up and avoid the grab follow-up that he saw CementEater do, but it's not going to be enough yet. Not enough magnet hands in order to get back to stage. But SeaBass, I mean, Battlefield offers a lot, not only from the blast zone sensibility, but also gives Ganon more room to land. I know that you like this as CementEater because the stage is naturally a little bit smaller, but
yeah.
If you're trying to keep Ganon at disadvantage, these platforms aren't going to be your friend. Neither is that Nair out of hit stun.
Yeah, it's a little risky for Puff as well because covering the top platform for a character that's this floaty typically isn't easy, right? Because Ganon's still going to have the variability of picking a lot of different positions when he's landing, especially if he still has air dodge. Oh, that's probably going to end up resulting in a stock. Very nice confirm from CementEater there. We love to see people confirm their jab locks on reaction. That was overcommittal. 2 full seconds of invincibility when people come right off the platform. Gotta be careful, especially if you're playing a contact character.
Trying to see where if this web trap goes. Oh, almost sets up for the down tilt, but the pound comes in just in time.
Oh,
wow, that's okay.
That looked like her shield break animation.
Yeah, I didn't even see the character model, just explosion. Oh, I
Very
like that little
nice
dash dance, yeah, into the immediate 52%, or solid like 45% confirm after the little bit of damage. Miss Tech gets the dash attack. This should be a dead Ganon, but overcommits to the jump too early. Just not being too cautious and following the SeaBass down low.
Yeah, this is still very risky for SeaBass. Any bad positioning can kind of result in a nair fair bear in the corner, but SeaBass just kind of swinging buttons right outside of CementEater's bubble, doing a good job of noting Jigglypuff's range and her immediate threat, and just spacing incredibly well here. But this is going to be a hard spot, and that's going to be the game. Yeah, it tries to overcommit to mixing up the recovery, and unfortunately goes a little bit too low. We loved the idea, but unfortunately, that's not going to work out for SeaBass there.
Yeah, and it felt like CementEater like just immediately learned from their missed edge guard previously, where instead of retreating too early, they went too low and actually underneath and around Ganondorf in order to successfully recover, as well as not touch a free-falling Ganon.
Yeah.
Super clean stuff.
That was really, really good stuff, and we're going to see the run back here of a couple of the edge guards.
The forward throw angle that was recently changed is just so devastating for characters with bad recoveries. Like, it just sends almost completely horizontal.
Especially even characters who have like pretty good recoveries. Like I'd say Lucina's recovery is pretty decent, but characters that have to come up at that 45-degree angle to approach the ledge almost end up getting hit out of their jump like all the time, because it's hard for them to make it back in time without having to air dodge out in the blast zone from a spot where Puff can get out there and punish you in time, or to jump in a spot where Puff can just leave immediate fair or something along those lines. That being said, we see SeaBass making some moves here. Very clean first stock. Sticking to the game plan.
Sticking to the classics, really. Like going back to Pokemon Stadium, you have a lot of space to work with. This is going to be another sync combo. Will they? Oh, not going for the up air rest setup. Instead, just a simple grab that SeaBass is almost like he took 21 for it. Like that's a little bit. And yet even more, you gotta wonder if CementEater is even comfortable going for some of these rest confirms and rest follow-ups.
No!
You can't be shielding his Puff too much.
Oh, yeah. SeaBass is getting off right now, just kind of doing all the Ganon things. I mean, you get a shield break on Puff, you've got to be feeling good about yourself, right? This lead is incredibly difficult for her to run back. Puff in the corner. What will she do? Normal get up. I like it. Okay. SeaBass with a bit of a tricky roll in. That could have gotten real risky, but ends up finding reward for it. Is back in the corner again now.
Just trying to space out these back airs, but SeaBass has done a really good job of managing burst range and just taking individual steps forward and back to make certain that his nair hits, while things like Puff forward air out of the corner are just off the table.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, his spacing in that set was incredibly good. You can tell he's got some degree of knowledge in if not the Puff matchup directly, then matchups like it, where he has to outrange these contact characters and just kind of play right outside of their bubble until they overcommit to their approaches, because that's really what we saw him getting away with in a lot of spots was CementEater kind of had to go in, right? Especially once that lead, that last game was so unfortunate. The shield break on top of that first
felt like
stock.
It was SeaBass cashing in on everything that they had, all the data that they had gathered from game 1 and 2, and including like tech chases off of Flame Choke.
Yep.
When CementEater was going to be holding shield, how much shield damage that he had, and it makes sense given that SeaBass. His brother is for Lucaska, a notable Luigi and Steve main.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to play outside of burst range and play that one touch and you're gone kind of game plan, a lot of that fundamentals can translate over.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And very smart of you also to note the tech chase, the reads on the tech chase, because that really mattered in the end once he got that down smash off the Flame Choke in the corner, resulting in a really precarious situation and a lot of damage. I think CementEater ended up at like 84% after that entire interaction. It was really grisly. Yep.